both of their middle infield. More Brett Boone range. Look at the scoop and the spin in the hole behind first base, throwing out Tim Humphrey-Bogart. 1-1 game in the 8th inning. Ron Extravagant. He's had an extravagant season. Double scores Barry Larkin, 2-1 Reds. Reds lead a 4-1 in the ninth. Rico Peroni represents the tying run facing Jeff Brantley. Ray Knight. Davey Johnson saying, no, move in because we're going to pitch Bronya outside. So don't worry about it. And Brantley is able to throw the ball exactly where they want it. Of course, as it turns out, the strength doesn't matter exactly where he did play. Good defense, good pitching. And the Reds have kind of gotten that all year after that 1-8 start, haven't they? And some pretty good hitting. The Reds win it by the count of 4-1, a career high 10 strikeouts for John Irish Eyes or Smiley, one of the unfortunate omits on the All-Star team. And to Jeff Brantley, the job he's done, saved number 14 as the Reds beat the Mets 4-1. Expos at the Marlins. Temperature is hot, and watch this. It's Billy Marlin's birthday, so Youppi is firing at Billy Marlin, but watch the Expos bullpen. They ambush all of the mascots and watch the Braves mascot rally. On the 15-day DL for him. That'll teach all the mascots to get together in one place. There he is, limping and gimping along with Youppi. Meanwhile, oh, by the way, they play baseball. Sean Berry puts the Expos up 5-0 with a 3-run homer. His third. The Marlins come back. The governor, Jerry Brown, sends Linda Ronstadt, Greg Colburn and Chuck Carr home, and 6-5 Marlins. By top of the 8th, Expos rally Jeff Treadway. Singles in Mark Gruzzolanek. He gruzzes home with the game-winning run. Mascots, Gruzzolanek, Linda Ronstadt came at everything. It just blew by you, didn't it? Expos 7 and the Marlins 6. Padres and the Giants. Bruce Bochy, the manager of the Pods, had the glasses, the gum, and the wheels turning early. Joe Rosselli just off the DL, hit and run top of the first inning. Jody Reed delivers a base hit. Steve Dorsal Finley to third. Next man up, Tony Gwynn, another textbook hit and run. Finley scores, 1-0 Pods. 4-0 still in the first. And watch the pitcher. Joe Rosselli starts, stops, balk. Bill Clark scores a 5-run first for the Pods. 3 dogs at the stick. They're firing everything around today. Top of the 6th inning, Jody Reed with a base-loaded single off Juan Bautista. And the Padres lead at 9-3. It was a sleeper for Giant fans. 5 field goals. Tigers aboard, and former Red Sox Scott Fletcher goes down, gets it. Base hit to right. Danny Bautista scores, 1-0 Tigers. Plenty of runs follow in the third. Kirk Gibson, single to right. Travis Fryman scores a 5-run third for the Tigers. Are you impressed? Boston was not bottom of the third against Brian Bohannon and Tim Goldenary. It's Radar Love off the left field wall. 2-run score. It's a 5-3 Tiger lead. Sparky says, I've seen this. Let's go to the pen. Troy O'Leary. It's a triple to right center field. Chad Curtis. The deepest part of the park. He can't get it. Canseco, Naring, McFarland score 8 runs for the Red Sox. And they lead at 8-5. Sparky now's club is down 9-5. And for the second time of the afternoon, Mo Better Blues Vaughn. Back, gone. Off Brian Maxey. 2 home runs for Vaughn. He now is 21, 11-5 Red Sox. 11-6 in the ninth. But Stan Belinda, well, didn't have it. Juan Samuel. Play it again, Samuel. Double to right center. Curtis and Fryman scores 11-9. Franklin Ticket Stubbs with a base hit. Cecil scores. It's 11-10. Ron Tingley, of all people, is going to beat out an infield roller. Samuel scores. We're tied at 11. So 5-run ninth ties it. But Joe leave it to Baver. Walks the first 2. Walks the first 3 when O'Leary walks. And Sparky said I should not have left it to Joe Baver today because Lee Tinsley, what an interesting series he's had, colliding with Greenwell to start the thing Thursday night, ending it with a base hit to score pinch runner. Make the call. Bottom of the first inning, Jeff Cirillo will hit a gapper. Bernie Williams on his horse, Paul O'Neill, he both miscommunicate. What we have here is a failure to communicate. Randy Velarde, what? The throw goes to Green Bay. Cirillo scores. Top of the third, 3-1 Brewers. Runners at first and second. Greg Vaughn had a tough year, but had a big hit off Andy Pettit. 4-1 Brewers. Vaughn 2 for 3. You see the hot dogs? These must be the buns. Meanwhile, the Yankees trying to come back, and look at this. With 1 out in the ninth, the tying run, Luis Polonia is hit. Going to second base, so he's out on the chopper by Buck. He was the potential tying run. It's been that sort of season for the Yankees. And the Brewers win it by the count of 7-6 as the knuckleballer Steve Sparks gets the win. Up is marked to 4-3. Indians at the Twins. Greg Harris going for the Twins today. The Indians leading 2-0. In the top of the third inning, Eddie Eat, Drink, and Be Murray. 3,000 hits. He doesn't stop, does he? He's already singled. Now he doubles to right. It's 2-0 Indians. Next batter up. Now watch this play. Tomey singles to right. Then Mastler comes up throwing. Murray comes home. He's going to score. But a collision with Matt Wall back to his ribs right there. Now Murray stayed in the game. It's 4-0. But on a 1-0 pitch in his next at bat in the fifth, he had to leave the game with 2 broken ribs. Expected to be on the DL tomorrow, obviously. Scott Leah, comebacker at Mark Clark, hits his elbow. The Twins doctor checked him out, but Clark came back and struck out 2 of the next 3 batters. The Indians win it 7-0. Clark went the first 5, then was lifted as Manny Ramirez home run, double, and single. And the Indians bombed the Twins. At 1, Mike Minims today was struggling. Mike Kelly had a big game. Drives a double off the wall. The crime dog, Fred McGriff, scored. Dave Chief Justice scores. And the Braves lead it 3-1. Visiting 5-1 of the 8th, Mark Bay City Rollers on the mound with 2 on. And Charlie Hayes had a big year. It's out over the plate. Charlie just dusts it. And this will be a one-hopper off the wall. Howard scores. Dalton scores. It's a 5-3 game. Still in the 8th. The Phils are burners at the corners. The dangerous Jim Eisenreich up. Oh, a nasty pitch on the inside corner. And the Braves win. Tommy Glavine goes the first 7. You saw Rollers, Peter mentioned, came out with save number 6 for Glavine. 7 innings pitched, just gave up 5 hits and 1 run. The game winner in the National League. 3rd inning, 1-1. Derek Bell, a monster first half for him. Rips it up in left center. Biggio scores. Bagwell around 3rd. They're going to wave him home. And no relay, 3-1 Strohs. Nagel gone after 5. Give up 10 hits and 4 runs. Bell in the 7th inning. Boom! Fastball up out over the plate from Jeff McCurry. Gone. 4 for 4. A homer, double, 3 runs scored, 3 RBIs for Bell. Swindell, 6 strikeouts in his 6 innings of work. Up is marked to 6-3 for Nagel. Not the outing we've seen all year. And the Astros continue their winning ways. Teams in a moment. Darren Bragg gets to the 3rd. Benji Gill, the deflection. He throws it. What? Throws it to Tacoma, and we are tied at 1. Randy Johnson on against Luis Ortiz.
Wild game.
Oh, when he gets the ball that low, just forget it. When it comes from that up high to that down low, of course, it's high to Benji Gill. 8 Ks for Johnson. Mariners up 3-1. Bill Risley on in relief. Juan going, Gonzalez. First pitch from Risley on in relief of Johnson. A 2-run shot, and we are tied at 3. But in the bottom of the 9th, Joey Albacora singles in Felix the Cat Fermin off Matt Whiteside. And the Mariners, Risley blew the possible win for Johnson, but the Mariners beat Texas. So now Texas and California are tied for first. The A's 1.5 out, and Seattle 3 out. Everybody above 500 in this, everybody at least 2 above 500 in this division. And what a great story that is. The White Sox and the Royals. Mr. Haney is pitching, Chris Haney pitching, and Frank Thomas just sends it back, gone. Home run for Thomas. It's 4-0 White Sox. Gary Gaetti 0 for 3 thus far in the bottom of the 7th inning, but he comes through. He's had a big year, base hit off Jim Abbott while he absorbing Joyner scores. Gravex dive, couldn't get it. 4-1 Sox. Tim Fortuno pitching for the White Sox, up 5-3. And Bob Green Eggs in Hamlin. Is it fair or foul? Doink! It's off the pole. A 2-run shot, and we're tied at 5 until top of the 10th. Tim Raines can still run from 3rd. Billy Brewer, the wild pitch. Safe. Raines motors in, and the White Sox revived here in the last couple of weeks. They win in 10 innings over the Royals by the count of 6-5. Orioles and the Blue Jays. The Blue Jays lead at 7-2 in the top of the 9th inning. Manny the Scat Alexander leads off against Danny Cox. Now, Alexander doesn't hit many homers. He only hit 2, but it seems like it's innocuous. It's just 7-3 Jays. But with the score of 7-4, 2 on, 2 out, this should end it. Chris Bubbles, Hoyles in troubles, fly ball to right. Sean Green, wide. 2-run score, 7-6 Jays. Next man up against Tim Crabtree. Curtis Goodwin. Tomas Perez with 2 outs. Throw is high. Second error in a row. The base is loaded after walk, and when you know it, Alexander up again. 2-run single through the box. The Orioles hang a 7th spot in the 9th. of a season just becoming worse and worse for the defending champion Blue Jays. And the Orioles went up by the count of 9-7, 6 of those runs coming.
Fifth, Cubs lead 3-1. Brian McRae at second. Ray Sanchez, the chopper. Scott Cooper. McRae slows him up. Ducks under Cooper's throw. McRae scores. Cubs lead 4-1. Cooper trying to make up for his mistake. Top 9. Cards down. 7-3. Bases loaded. Cooper off Randy Myers into the corner. 3-run score. Cubs lead is now 7-6. Next batter, John Mabry. And Randall Kay gets exactly that. Cubs win.